In today's digital age, understanding cybersecurity is paramount. One tool that has become synonymous with ethical hacking is Kali Linux. Kali Linux is a Debian-based operating system specifically designed for penetration testing and security auditing. Ethical hackers, also known as white hat hackers, use Kali Linux to identify vulnerabilities in systems and networks. Ethical hacking is not about exploiting weaknesses for malicious purposes. An ethical hacker would be like a security consultant who checks your locks, windows, and alarm system to ensure everything is secure. Kali Linux comes equipped with a vast array of tools, each designed for a specific security task. From network scanning to password cracking, Kali Linux provides a comprehensive toolkit for ethical hackers. However, it's important to remember that these tools should only be used on systems you own or have explicit permission to test. In this essay, we'll delve into the world of Wi-Fi hacking using Kali Linux. We'll explore the basics of Wi-Fi security, learn how hackers can exploit vulnerabilities, and most importantly, discover how to protect your own networks from attacks. Remember, knowledge is power, and by understanding the tactics of malicious hackers, we can better defend ourselves against them. Before we dive into the exciting world of Wi-Fi hacking, we need a safe and controlled environment to practice our skills. Setting up a virtual machine, or VM, is the ideal way to experiment with Kali Linux without risking damage to your primary operating system. VirtualBox and VMware are two popular virtualization software options that allow you to run Kali Linux within your existing operating system. Think of it like creating a computer within a computer. The virtual machine acts as a separate entity, isolating Kali Linux and its tools from your main system. Once you've installed your chosen virtualization software, you can download the Kali Linux ISO image from the official website. The installation process is straightforward, guiding you through each step. You'll need to allocate resources like RAM and hard drive space to your virtual machine. With Kali Linux up and running in your virtual environment, you're ready to start exploring its arsenal of hacking tools. Remember, it's crucial to use these tools responsibly, and only on systems you own or have permission to test. Before we can hack Wi-Fi networks, we need to understand how they work and the security measures in place. Every Wi-Fi network is identified by a unique name called the Service Set Identifier, or SSID. Think of it like the name of your Wi-Fi network that you see when connecting your devices. Each Wi-Fi device also has a unique media access control, or MAC address, similar to a fingerprint. The Basic Service Set Identifier, or BSSID, is the MAC address of the wireless access point that manages the network. It's like the street address of your Wi-Fi network. To protect the confidentiality of data transmitted over Wi-Fi, encryption protocols are used. Wired Equivalent Privacy, or WEP, was an early encryption standard, but it's now considered outdated and easily crackable. Wi-Fi Protected Access, or WPA, and WPA2 are more robust encryption protocols that offer better security. Another security feature is Wi-Fi Protected Setup, or WPS, designed for easy network configuration. However, WPS has known vulnerabilities that hackers can exploit to gain unauthorized access to Wi-Fi networks. We'll explore WPS attacks in detail later. WEP, or Wired Equivalent Privacy, was an early attempt at securing Wi-Fi networks. Unfortunately, it's now as easy to crack as a cheap suitcase lock. Let's walk through a basic WEP cracking demonstration using Kali Linux. First, we'll use a tool called to scan for nearby Wi-Fi networks and capture data packets. Think of it like eavesdropping on the airwaves. We're particularly interested in networks using WPS encryption, as they are our prime targets. Once we've identified our target, we'll use to inject traffic into the network. This helps us gather enough data packets for the next step, which is the actual cracking process. It's like shaking a vending machine to try and get a free snack, only we're shaking the network for data. Finally, with enough data packets captured, we unleash the WEP cracking tool. This tool analyzes the captured data and attempts to derive the WEP key. If successful, we'll have the key to unlock the network and gain unauthorized access. Section 5, Tackling WPA/WPA2 Encryption. WPA and WPA2, unlike their weaker sibling WEP, are much tougher nuts to crack. They employ stronger encryption algorithms, making it significantly more challenging for attackers. But fear not, there are still ways to test their mettle. One common method is the dictionary attack. Using a tool like air cracking, we can feed it a massive list of words, called a word list, and it will try each word as the potential password. Think of it like trying every key on a giant keychain until you find the one that unlocks the door. Another approach is brute forcing. This involves systematically trying all possible character combinations until the correct password is found. It's like trying every number combination on a lock, but instead of tumblers, we're dealing with complex algorithms. While these methods can be effective, they are time-consuming and resource-intensive. Cracking WPA/WPA2 often requires specialized hardware and a good dose of luck. It's a testament to the strength of these protocols. Section 6. Exploiting WPS Vulnerabilities. WPS, or Wi-Fi Protected Setup, was designed for convenience, allowing users to connect devices to their networks with the push of a button or by entering a PIN. Unfortunately, this convenience comes at a cost, as WPS is riddled with security flaws. One such flaw lies in the PIN itself. The PIN is only 8 digits long, and due to a design flaw, the last digit is easily guessable. This reduces the possible PIN combinations, making brute forcing attacks much faster. Tools like Reaver and Bully are specifically designed to exploit WPS vulnerabilities. They work by systematically trying different PIN combinations until they find the correct one. Once the PIN is discovered, the attacker gains full access to the Wi-Fi network. The ease with which WPS can be compromised makes it a prime target for attackers. It's highly recommended to disable WPS on your router if possible. Convenience should never come at the cost of security. Section 7. Demystifying man-in-the-middle, MITM attacks. Imagine intercepting a private conversation between two people. That's essentially what a man-in-the-middle, MITM attack is all about. In the context of Wi-Fi, an attacker can position themselves between a user and a legitimate access point. Using tools like EtherCap or BetterCap, attackers can create fake access points that mimic legitimate ones. Unsuspecting users might connect to these rogue access points, unwittingly giving the attacker control over their internet traffic. Once the attacker is in the middle, they can eavesdrop on all communications, steal sensitive information like passwords and credit card details, and even inject malicious code into websites. It's like having a spy sitting between you and the internet. Protecting against MITM attacks requires vigilance. Always verify the identity of Wi-Fi networks before connecting, especially in public places. Using a virtual private network, VPN, can also encrypt your traffic, making it much harder for attackers to intercept and read. Section 8. Fortifying your Wi-Fi fortress. Best practices. Now that we've explored the dark arts of Wi-Fi hacking, let's shift our focus to defense. Protecting your Wi-Fi network is like building a fortress. You need strong walls, vigilant guards, and a few tricks up your sleeve. The first line of defense is a strong password. Use a combination of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. Avoid using common words or personal information that can be easily guessed. Think of it as the combination to your digital vault. Next, ensure you're using the latest security protocols. WPA2/WPA3 encryption offers the best protection against attacks. Disable WPS, as we discussed earlier, as it's a major security vulnerability. Think of it as reinforcing the walls of your fortress. Keep your router's firmware updated. Manufacturers regularly release updates that patch security vulnerabilities. It's like updating the software on your computer to protect against malware. By following these best practices, you can significantly strengthen your Wi-Fi defenses and keep the digital barbarians at bay. Section 9. Conclusion. Ethical hacking and beyond. As we've seen, Wi-Fi hacking is a complex and multifaceted field. By understanding the techniques used by malicious actors, we can better protect our own networks and data. Ethical hacking plays a crucial role in this ongoing battle for cybersecurity. Remember, the knowledge and tools we've discussed should only be used for ethical purposes. Unauthorized access to any network is illegal and unethical. Always obtain explicit permission before testing the security of systems that you do not own. The world of cybersecurity is constantly evolving. New threats emerge every day, and staying ahead of the curve requires continuous learning and adaptation. Explore online resources, attend security conferences, and connect with other security professionals to stay informed and hone your skills. By embracing ethical hacking principles and advocating for responsible security practices, we can create a safer and more secure digital world for everyone. The future of cybersecurity depends on a collaborative effort between security researchers, ethical hackers, and technology users. Together, we can build a more resilient and trustworthy digital landscape.